Good morning, dear students. Today, our next lecture video class. Okay, and in this class, I will discuss with you the company fights back. This is from the chapter 5, the revolt of 1857. So we have discussed in previous 3 videos, we have discussed so many things, the causes, the revolt of 1857, why it was happened, so many things. Now today we are going to discuss the company fights back. So, the company decided to repress the revolt with all its might. That means, company was decided to stop the revolt because it was totally against them. So, for the and they have faced so many problems. So, they hardly try to repress the revolt in anyhow, okay, with all its might. That means anyhow they have to repress or stop the revolt. They brought reinforcements from England and passed new laws to easily convict the rebels. So they brought so many types of additional as they actually brought so many types of things, so many types of strengthen you can say an reinforcement means actually to strengthen by additional assistance. So they actually brought some strength idea, you can say, okay, from the England, and they have tried to pass new laws to easily convict the rebels. Rather, they can totally be able to declare or stop the rebels. For that reason, they actually tried so many things. First, what actually they did? First, they recaptured Delhi from the rebels in September 1857 and tied the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar and exiled him and his wife to Rangoon in October 1858. So when they felt so many problems, they faced so many problems, they anyhow they tried to stop the revolt, and for that reason they actually first recaptured Delhi and then he exiled him. That means Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was the last Mughal emperor, sent him to the Rangoon jail with his wife. Bahadur Shah Zafar died in Rangoon jail in November 1862. So in 1862, Bahadur Shah Zafar was died where in Rangoon jail, and with this the rule of the Mughals came to an end. So with his death, when he died, with his death, the total Mughals actually empire or Mughal kingdom, it was came to an end. Soon after, in March 1858, Lucknow was recaptured. Okay, so when he was died, after that Mughal Empire and Lucknow both was recaptured. Now in June 1858, Rani Lakshmibai was killed. So slowly Britishers were killed one by one. First in Rangoon jail, Bahadur Shah Zafar was killed. After that Rani Lakshmibai, and before that Mangal Pandey also hanged. Mangal Pandey was also hanged. So one by one they actually killed or you can say murdered so many peoples. Waqt Khan, Khan Bahadur Khan and Kunwar Singh also died while fighting. Tatia Tope escaped. Actually, he he tried to run away. He tried to run off, but he later captured and killed in 18 1859. Within a year and a half, the British had completely suppressed the revolt. Now the main thing, and this is very much important, that causes of failure of the revolt. So what was the causes that the revolt was actually failed, not succeeded? The revolt of 1857 failed due to several reasons. These were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You must learn all the 5 reasons. Okay. So first one, the revolt did not spread to all parts of the country. Actually, it was spreaded some parts of the country, not the whole part of the country. So it was not spreaded all parts of the country. For that reason, what happened? Actually, all the people from the country, they not be able to take the participation. Okay, so for that reason, their manpower was, they have lost their manpowers. Next point, all sections of the society did not support the rebels, and many Indian rulers even supported the British. Yes, so that time also what was happened, whoever actually taken the parts of the several parts, but so many peoples or so many kings were there, those who not taken parts in that rebel gladly, some Indian rulers even supported to the Britishers. The revolt was more like a reaction which lacked organization and control. So it was not controlled by properly. There was no leader. Okay, there was no leader. That means they have no leader who properly give the instructions. Okay, so to organize a carry forward the revolt, that how you move the move in a revolt, what you needed. So this actually these total things actually not conveying by any leader. The rebels were not well equipped and therefore lost the battle. So these all are the points, all are the reasons for the failure of the revolt. See, this is the Indian map. It is have in your book also. Okay, this is the region under revolt of 1857, and here is one box. You can see that region directly affected by the revolt of 1857. So these actually the these all places actually affected very badly for revolt of 1857. The red points are, you can you are showing some red points, and it is the here Meerut, Bareilly, Delhi. These red points are actually the main centers of the revolt of 1857. There are few black points. Okay, and black points are recognized Sepoys revolt before 1857, and few cross points are showing that here we can see few cross points. Okay, these are the revolts led by petty chiefs before 1857. Okay, now we have the next point, that is result of the revolt of 1857. Okay, result of the revolt of 1857. So what was the result come out? By the end of 1857, after 1858, the British has regained control over the country. So actually nothing was happened. Once again, they regained the control all over the country. Many changes in British policies were made after that. Some important changes that were introduced by the British are given below. So these all are some important changes. So many changes were happened, but these all are the some important changes. Okay. Now we came to know about the important changes that were introduced by the British. First point, the British actually believed that Muslims were responsible for the rebellion in a big way. The confiscated properties and lands belonging to Muslim on a large scale. Policies were made to please landlords and zamindars by giving them security of rights over their lands. What is the meaning of confiscated? Its meaning is seized. Okay, seized the properties and land belonging to Muslim. Whatever lands and properties they got from the Muslim on large scale, it was seized. Now the next point, in August 1858, the British Parliament passed an act which ended the rule of the British East India Company in India. Next point number 3, by the Act of Parliament, all powers were transferred to the British Crown. The British government took over the powers and responsibilities to govern India. Now the next point is, by the Act of 1858, a Secretary of State was appointed to manage the affairs in India. He was a member of British Cabinet and was accountable to the British Parliament. See, this is the picture of Queen Victoria. Okay. Now the next point, the government of India would be headed by a Governor General by Act of 1858. He was the representative of the Crown and appointed by it. He was given the title of Viceroy. Okay, so he actually given the title of Viceroy. Now, the Queen Victoria, that lady, okay. Queen Victoria thus became the Empress of India. She assured the rulers that the British would not annex their territories. The doctrine of lapse was withdrawn. It was very good. So after a huge revolt, huge cry, at last doctrine of lapse was withdrawn. Titles and honors were rewarded to win back the ruling elite of India. What is the meaning of elite? Elite means upper class or upper class group. Now our next point is, the British started the policy of divide and rule. Okay, it was their very cunning policy actually, divide and rule, to break the Hindu and Muslim unity that was evident during the revolt of 1857. It was their one of the most cunning policy, how they can be actually succeeded to break the Hindus and Muslims unity. Next and last, the army was reorganized and now the number of European soldiers was more. All important and strategic posts were given to Europeans. They recruited fewer soldiers from Awadh, Bihar, Madras and other areas where there had been revolts in or before 1857. So they recruited or they collected the sepoys or soldiers from Awadh, Bihar, Madras, very fewer. Okay. They now began to recruit more soldiers from among the Sikhs, Jats, Gurkhas, Pathans and Rajputs. So they are interested to given the chance or taken the more soldiers from this particular religious people like Sikh, Jats, Gurkha, Pathans and Rajputs who had supported them or had remained natural during the revolt. Okay, so these actually all are the results of the revolt of 1857. So actually here our total chapter is completed. Now we have some case studies. Okay. Now we have the case studies about the Khurda uprising. So about this case study, Khurda uprising. So about this case study, we will discuss or I will discuss with you in my next lecture video class. So till thank you and goodbye.